Turns out gardening is bad for the planet. Apparently has too much freedom in it. It releases too many debt slaves. Releases too much carbon. Sorry. I haven't been through enough re-education camps just yet to get all this right. Well, The Telegraph, which is a major publication in the UK, has come out January 22nd. They came out with an article saying that basically that garden food, so food that you grow yourself, releases 5 times as much carbon. Yep. Your backyard garden is much, much worse for the planet than conventional agriculture. So what's the next step here? Banning gardens? Well, unfortunately, that's something that they can see from space. So they can detect gardens from satellite photos, and that would actually be a relatively easy thing for them to ban or to send people fines for. They could immediately rack up your carbon credits because you are using up your carbon credits with freedom and such. So this is something that is definitely coming down the pike. They're telegraphing it to us. We've heard a lot of this from a lot of folks that they really don't like you having a garden. They really don't like you having backyard animals like chickens and everything else. They do not like you having freedom. And I was just kind of remembering again, Ice Age Farmer, or another one of you guys asked me again just recently, whatever happened to Ice Age Farmer. And honestly, nobody really knows. Everyone out there doesn't seem to know much of anything. Apparently, a few months back, he liked a comment that on his Telegram account, I believe. But beyond that, nobody's heard anything. Speculated that he has drawn too much attention and too much pressure on his family, and so he stepped away for those reasons. But nobody really knows. Did he get a phone call like Carrie Lake did and told, "Hey, you need to get in line or else"? Carrie Lake was offered bribes. I don't know what goes around, but whether threats or anything like that. So. But as he used to say all the time, that they're coming after your animals, they're coming after your gardens, because growing food at your home, they want to tell you, is both dirty and dangerous. And animals, backyard animals, are dirty and dangerous. You need to stop that. You need to just eat the factory food that they produce for you. Friends, the message that is coming out of the European Union, the powers that be, the UK, and even the US Department of Agriculture and all the green people out there, they don't want you eating healthy vegetables. They want you eating soy burgers, highly processed soy burgers. They don't want you eating clean meat. They want you eating nasty soy burgers that have been overprocessed, tons of chemicals in them, hydrogenated everything in there, and bioengineered, things that are copyrighted and patented by Monsanto and all these other companies. They want to put pharmaceuticals in your food so that they can, so they don't have to worry about you deciding whether or not you want this treatment, whether or not you want this poke or not. They just want to put it in your food. And if they can standardize everybody's food enough that they can just slip it in there, and then they don't even have to tell you. They can just, they've been doing this with drinking water, right? They want to calm everyone down, so they put the fluoride in the drinking water. For your teeth, of course, because naturally your teeth, just because you brush your teeth with fluoride, you're not supposed to swallow your toothpaste. Why is that? You're not supposed to swallow your toothpaste because it's got fluoride in it. But yet we'll put the fluoride in the drinking water and make people consume it. I don't know. When you drink your tap water, do you swish it around in your mouth to reinforce your teeth? Or do you just drink it? Does it just go right down your throat? All the arguments we're hearing about putting chemicals and putting drugs and everything like that in the things that we eat and consume, there really is no legitimate purpose for a lot of these things. They've thought that by feeding the animals antibiotics, that not only would it be good for the animals, but there would be residual benefits to the people eating the animals. Of course, that's turned out to be like the opposite of true. All of the things that remain alive on that meat are now drug resistant. They didn't think that one through. And all these chemicals are coming through to us, and people are having issues with chemicals that are not congruent with other chemicals they're being told to be taking. The pharmaceutical industry out there wants to make you the product, make money off of us, and doesn't care truly about our health. If it was about our health, people growing clean food in their backyard would be celebrated. Wow, this is making people more independent. This is making people better off. And yet that's not the case. We're being told that gardens in your backyard, you are the problem. You are causing the world to fall apart. The flooding in California is probably the result of people actually having backyard gardens. You know, all those freedom-minded people, they're really the ones destroying the country. Now, when we see these horrific shootings, when we see horrific attacks on schools and such, why does it always seem to be a certain kind of person? And it's not the kind of person you're being told by the media. It's not somebody with a certain skin color. It's usually a person with a certain type of values. They certainly seem to all vote the same way, and it's not for the red hat guy. Nope. It's actually for the other guy. We have people who are taking all sorts of harmful chemicals into their body in order to deny what their body actually is. Friends, I don't know if you know this, but back in the day when I was in school, I know this is way back in the dark ages, they told us that in each and every one of our cells are chromosomes. Chromosomes. Wow. Not allowed to talk about that today, are we? In each of your cells is stamped which of two parties you belong to. And people that don't like that and are trying to cross between parties, switch parties if you know what I'm talking about, they seem to be predisposed, especially on all those chemicals, to doing horrific acts. We're seeing them being a small minority of the population, and yet they're doing fairly high proportion of the horrific crimes out there. We see that inner city and gangs make up the rest of much of the attacks and such. And yet we're being told that the people with gardens are the problem. People with backyard chickens are clearly the problem. We're being told that you and I, if we stock up a little bit, are the problem. People with solar panels are fine as long as they don't use them when the power goes out. The people that actually have backup generators are the problem. People that buy boomsticks are the problem. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing that when you see these people doing these horrible things, it's not the people who have stocked up stuff. You know, the people that go out and buy thousands and thousands of brass thingies, brass and lead. It's not those people that are going out there and causing the ruckus. It's always some twingy-armed teenager who's still wet behind their ears. They've been indoctrinated in schools. They're the ones going off and doing all this horrific stuff. And yet, we're not being told they're the problem. We're not being told the schools are the problem. We're not being told that the indoctrination that they're receiving and the chemicals and the decisions being made for them by adults when they're still minors, that's not the problem. Nope. You know what the problem is? Freedom-minded people that leave other people alone. Can't have that. people who have gardens, people who have animals for food in their backyard. Freedom is the real problem. People who look at the government and criticize things. People who are going out and buying Texas flags are the problem. People that are going to get in their vehicles and drive down to the border in a protest, they're the problem. Friends, if you don't realize how much at war we are right now. Right now it's a war of ideas and a war of messaging. And you've seen it. I mean, a lot of you guys are coming onto YouTube for your news. Why is that? Because the cable television stations just lie. They lie and they lie and they lie. They say that we're the problem. They may even try to cater to us like Fox News does, right? But the end of it is that they hate us just as much as the CNNs and the MSNBCs. The news out there no longer is news, it's propaganda. And we have to read between the lines. When we get articles like this, the Telegraph over in the UK saying that food you grow in the backyard releases 5 times as much carbon as conventional agriculture. Now you just hear that and you're like, that doesn't even make sense. What do you mean? It doesn't make sense. Well, the BBC just a couple of years ago tried to come out against houseplants. They came out against houseplants, and houseplants are bad for the planet. Okay. Well, the Washington Post here in the United States just a month ago, basically, they tried coming out against houseplants. They tried to, replicate what the BBC said a couple years back. And, oh man, they got savaged. Americans weren't having it at all. What do you mean house plants are the problem? Yeah, plants are damaging the planet. That's what's going on. Well, the Telegraph, just last summer, they said that if you allow your garden to go wild, that's bad for the planet. That was July 1st. So apparently your gardening in your backyard is bad for the planet. But like if you stop gardening, that's also bad for the planet. So I'm not sure exactly what we're supposed to do right now. We're supposed to, I don't know. We need to wait for the smarter people out there who know everything. Let the scientists tell us what we need to know, because they're the ones who are going to tell us what we're supposed to do with these gardens that we have. I mean, I don't know about you, but I hear that and I realize that I thought my garden was helping the planet, and apparently it's damaging the planet. So if you're anything like me, you definitely want to fix that. You want to stop your garden from damaging the planet, and get rid of those chickens, get rid of anything that might be harming the planet. I've already gotten rid of my gas engine car. Got to get rid of that. I'm still waiting to get enough money to buy my $100,000 battery electric car. But we gotta move along here with progress. We're being told that that's what's necessary. So clearly they know what's going on and what we should do. We should all very much listen to them and do exactly what they say. All right, friends. I don't know about you, but I just went out and got my Texas flag. I just left it downstairs. I should have brought it up here. But if you're not believing any of that, if you believe in freedom, one, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the other freedom-minded channels that you're getting good information from online. There's a lot of them. And make sure that you're kind of checking out for them, because I know a lot of you have been saying that my videos have been hidden from you. You actually have to go straight to my channel to find them, and that's becoming more and more difficult and more annoying. But 2 videos a day on this channel all the time, and other regular posters, you know their schedules. Be checking them for regular updates, because the videos that you won't be shown are precisely the videos that are most important to be seen. Think that one through. think that one through. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining us. If you want to check out another video from the channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report.